Hi, I'm Todd Lyman of theurbanherb.net, and today we'll be talking about the disease Alzheimer's disease. Now, this is a disease that many people have got many inquiries about, and people have asked us to do a video. We're finally getting around to it. So those of you who've been waiting, sorry for the delay, but we're going to cover it today. So what I'd like to do within this video is explain to you what Alzheimer's disease is, what are the things you can do to prevent it, and what are the symptoms that you may be faced with when you have this disease. Okay, first of all, Alzheimer's disease is a type of dementia that causes problems with memory, thinking, behavior. Symptoms usually develop slowly and get worse over time. So usually when someone has Alzheimer's disease, they're able to adjust slowly to it because they have like short-term memory issues. And as the disease gets worse, they end up having to have someone have to take care of them. Now, Alzheimer's is the most common cause of dementia, which is a general term for memory loss and other cognitive abilities serious enough to interfere with your daily life. And when I say cognitive abilities, I mean things like remembering who you are, who your family members are, where you are, what the date is. These are just general things that you should not have a problem, issues that you shouldn't have a problem knowing, but you may have a problem now that you have the disease. Now, most people think that Alzheimer's disease is a normal process of getting older. But I'm here to tell you that Alzheimer's is not a normal function of aging. I'll repeat that. It's not a normal function of aging. It's a degenerative disease that is caused by improper diet and lifestyle and the things that you're exposing yourself that compromises brain function. Now, most people that get Alzheimer's disease are over 65. So the greatest risk factor of getting Alzheimer's disease is increased age, and but it's not just a health issue that affects the elderly. There is a portion of society that gets what's called onset or early onset Alzheimer's disease, and that's when you get the disease earlier than normal. You get it in your 50s or 40s or 30s. One of the main signs of that when you start forgetting things, you start losing keys. So that these are signs that you may be having an issue with brain function. Now, the most important thing about this video is we want to talk about how you can prevent it. Well, let's talk about how it's getting caused. What's causing your Alzheimer's disease in most cases is aluminum toxicity. Now, how are you getting aluminum toxicity in your body? That's the first question you want to ask. Because if you can eliminate the cause, then the effect, which is the Alzheimer's disease, never happens. So one of the main ways you get Alzheimer's disease is through using anti-perspirant. Anti-perspirant, first ingredient in anti-perspirant is aluminum. So those are you guys out there using Right Guard, you'll see that the aluminum is first ingredient. You women out there using Secret, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. It's the aluminum first ingredient in that. Now, over time, this aluminum will accumulate in your brain and will cause you to have Alzheimer's disease. Another way you get aluminum toxicity is cooking on aluminum foil, using aluminum cookware, drinking out of aluminum cans. So you're constantly been bombarding yourself with aluminum. Now, a lot of medications have aluminum in it as well. The coating on a lot of candies you eat have aluminum or aluminum based. So when you see something like most of the dyes, it'll say Red Lake dye, that's on your M&Ms and most of your candies, and a lot of your drugs are coated with a dye, and that dye is aluminum based. So when you're consuming these things, you're exposing yourself to aluminum and possibly going to put yourself in a position where you could get Alzheimer's later in life. The sad part about Alzheimer's disease is that you see all these people they spend their whole life working to support themselves and provide a better life for their families and get to retirement. And then when you get to retirement age or the Social Security recommended age of retirement, you end up being able to no longer function and need someone to take care of you. And then you have your family members who are busy with their lives, and as much as they may like to take care of you, they don't have the resources or the patience sometimes to take care of you. So what they'll do is, a lot of times what happens to people is they get put in a retirement home or old folks home where they can have somebody give them 24-hour care. these type of places can cost anywhere from $15 to $3,000, $4,000 a month just for you to stay there. And your family comes to see you there, and you can't remember them, you can't remember yourself, you don't know where you are. So it's really your quality of life has been compromised, and it didn't have to be there. So when you see people that have Alzheimer's, there's nothing wrong with their body. Their body might be completely fine, but you have someone walking around here who has absolutely no memory of anything. So that's why you have the issue. That's why it's very important to protect yourself and use preventative measures to prevent yourself from ever getting Alzheimer's or having aluminum toxicity. So one of the things that we recommend at the Urban Herb to eliminate aluminum toxicity is what we call activated charcoal. Now, activated charcoal is like a black powder that we use in our detox, and you can also buy it on the website individually. I think it's about $5 for a little jar. And activated charcoal is derived from coconut shells or white willow bark. Now, personally, I kind of prefer white willow bark. It's a little stronger, more potent, I believe, but it doesn't matter where it's derived from. So what you would do with the activated charcoal is you would take maybe a quarter teaspoon, stir up in a glass of water, and then you drink it every night. Now, it has other benefits. So generally it's a detoxifying agent. So it will pull like about 2,000 times its weight in toxins out of your body. And it will eliminate the smell when you go to the bathroom. You can brush your teeth with activated charcoal. It's a tooth whitener. So it has many benefits. We also have what we call, because I try to make sure that I create formulas, or we create formulas that people can use for prevention measures as well as healing. We have what's called our brain enhancer formula. And in the brain enhancer formula, many of you know, you may be aware that elephants are known for having great memories. The reason they're known for having great memories is because they eat something called gotu-kola. Gotu-kola, that's what it is. Gotukola. So gotu-kola, that's what they're eating. And so we use that in our formula. We use gotu-kola, we use ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba is good for increasing blood circulation to your brain. We also use green tea. We have kelp, faux tea root, spirulina, black walnut hulls. We use quite a few things that are all good for promoting memory. Now, another good way to prevent yourself from having a cognitive issue later in life is to use your brain daily. So reading, crossword puzzles, anything that's challenging you to think is going to be good for your mind. As far as foods, I recommend blueberries. Organic blueberries, or if you can't find organic blueberries, or they're maybe a little pricey, get regular blueberries. Blueberries have antioxidants in them, and they have something called resveratrol. Resveratrol is a chemical compound, a plant chemical compound that's usually associated with wine or green grapes, but you can also get it from blueberries. So you can make a fruit smoothie with blueberries, mangoes, whatever you want to put in there, and drink that every day. And this will give you the antioxidants in your body and the resveratrol so that you could possibly prevent yourself from ever having Alzheimer's disease. One other thing is you want to make sure that whenever you're dealing with, so let me just clarify. When you're someone who has Alzheimer's disease, once you develop it, it's pretty hard to it's really hard to reverse it. So the goal is to prevent it. So prevention is always better than cure or remedy. So you want to prevent yourself from having something so that you don't never have to deal with the disease. So when you know what you're doing, or we know the things that are causing the disease, you want to take measures that are going to prevent you from ever having it. Now you can find our brain enhancer formula, activated charcoal. You can find gotu-kola. You can find those things on our website. If you guys have any questions, you can reach us at 888-619-4372. So that's 888-619-4372. You can also go to our website, www.theurbanherb.net. and you can click on our brain enhancer formula. It tells you all about it. We're going to have some write-ups about specific diseases as well. And thank you for listening, and you guys have a nice day.